Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tessa Bentulin doing YouTube Now, 13 Now today. It is just after 2 o'clock here, 2:18 on February 8th. It is a Wednesday. We're starting out with some storm damage that we saw from last night's storm. Someplace in the capital region are dealing with it. One of them is in Fulton County. As you see there, and our Dan Levy was over there today, and he just got back about 20 minutes ago. So tell us, what did you see over there?
Well, Tessa, when we went up there, we didn't know what we would find. We heard about the lightning strike. It hit the steeple of the church on Main Street, and that's quite an old church with a remarkable history in that community. That Broad Alban Baptist Church was first established in 1792, and those folks who know their history know that's the year George Washington was inaugurated president of the United States for the first time, 1792. And there's also a history because in 1877, their church burned down. So the folks in that congregation have lived through the Civil War and a couple of world wars. They've lost lightning twice. Now, to look at the damage from the outside, part of the steeple facade has fallen to the ground. It's splintered onto the ground. That has all been cleaned up. But the real damage is the electrical damage inside the church, all the electronics inside, computers, telephones, TV sets. They were fried and they had to be thrown out. Now, fortunately, there is insurance to cover that. Now, what about the damage? Believe it or not, that lightning bolt came through the steeple, through the roof, into the sanctuary, and there's a burned hole in the roof of the sanctuary, and that's why you would think they would be upset, they would be concerned. I spoke with Pastor Dave Phillips this morning. He considers what happened to be a miracle because he says when lightning hits a church, that's God sending a message, and they said they received the message loud and clear. They view this as kind of a reaffirmation of their beliefs because God wants to tell you something, and he wants you to pay attention to what he's saying.
Got it. And so you're going to be reporting on this for our shows tonight starting at 4 o'clock. So what should people look forward to?
Well, I think people will be interested in the faith that Pastor Phillips has. He's looking at this entirely as a positive occurrence. And in the minds of many folks, I would imagine they would think that to be amazing. And so you'll hear what the pastor has to say, and you will see the incredible damage, not just to the steeple, but inside the sanctuary.
All right. Well, Dan, thank you so much, and we look forward to your report.
See you later.
And now let's move on to weather with our chief meteorologist, Paul Cayano. So we were talking in our noon show today, and it's unseasonably a little bit warmer than it should be, but it's still, we've got another cold front coming in maybe.
Yeah, we have a couple of fronts, Tessa, but we're going to be on the warm side of these storms, it looks like, right through the latter portion of the week. So the next one that comes in tomorrow, it looks like it's just going to bring us rain more than anything else. Maybe some wet snow or sleet in the Adirondacks at the onset, but predominantly rain. So outside right now, a nice day in progress. Look at this, 45 degrees in Albany. Temperatures largely in the 40s across the area, some upper 30s, but everyone above freezing. Keep in mind now we typically get into the lower to mid 30s this time of year. So this is a solid 10 or 11 degrees above normal already. And it's dry. First warning live Doppler radar behind the front that you were talking about with Dan's story that brought some sleet and thunder and lightning to a part of our area yesterday. Really uncommon for February. That blew through. Now it's off the East Coast and we're seeing drier weather building in. And you can see the clouds breaking up. So more sunshine the second part of the day today. Here's our building storm down by Texas, Louisiana, into the Arklatex. All that rain and moisture heading in our direction. So it looks like clouds will thicken up after a nice afternoon today. Tonight we'll go back down below freezing. But I think we're going to have enough time ahead of the storm tomorrow to see a southerly wind develop and become gusty. That's going to push temperatures back up toward 40. So at the onset, you see mainly rain here by 11, 12 o'clock tomorrow. Morning will be dry, some sleet and wet snow in the mountains at the onset. A little bit of a break around 2 or 3 o'clock. And then as we get into the rush hour around 4 or 5 tomorrow evening, another round of mainly rain with temperatures in the lower 40s. So it does look like this one will be on the milder side again. So that trend that we've had pretty much since the first of the year is going to continue here into the second week of February. 40s today for highs with a mix of sun and clouds, back to the 20s tonight, staying dry into the morning drive tomorrow. But by about 11 or 12 o'clock, with an increasing south wind, some rain will move through, and then more rain for tomorrow evening's commute. Friday, mild behind this system, 49. And right now, the weekend looking dry and pleasant with lots of sunshine both days, temperatures in the 30s to around 40. So really, Tessa, the beat goes on. After those couple days of the deep freeze, we're back into the really unseasonably mild type air that we've had for the entire month of January.
It's a good weekend to watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Sometimes for the Super Bowl here, we have to drive through some ice and snow to get to the place where we want to be. Well, this time, smooth sailing.
Perfect. Well, Paul, thank you so much. And we'll see you in our show starting at 4 o'clock.
You got it. Thank you.
All right. And now we're going to talk about Samantha Humphrey. As you know, this is the girl that's been missing for about 3 months now. Today, she turns 15 years old, and people plan to come together tonight to remember the teen who has been missing for nearly 3 months. Just around Thanksgiving, she went missing. Samantha was last seen in Schenectady's Riverside Park on November 25th. Anyone can take part in the Light Up the World celebration. This is not a traditional candlelight vigil where people get together in one area. You can use a flashlight on your cell phone, turn on your porch light, or light a candle. Organizers hope people do this around 9 o'clock tonight and share pictures on social media. Our Taniqua Penix is going to go to the vigil tonight that starts at 9 o'clock, so she'll have some reports for you starting at 9 on our show at My 4, live on News Channel 13, as well as 11 o'clock on News Channel 13. And last but not least, we have a special event that News Channel 13 is help covering tonight. It is where you can speak one-on-one with a cardiologist. It's called Heartline. Our Sabrina Dami is helping with this event, and she joined us here in our 13 Now studio. And can you explain to us what this is and what people could look forward to?
Yeah, Tessa, thank you for having me here. This is a great event that News Channel 13 is a big part of every year. It's called Heartline, and we partner up with Capital Cardiology Associates, and a number of cardiologists are lined up literally at a table with phones ready to go to answer any calls people may have about heart health. The phone lines open at 4 o'clock. They are open until 6:30. And you can speak one-on-one with a cardiologist about anything that maybe you've been feeling that feels a little off, anything concerning. You can just ask them one-on-one. This is a way really to get the ball rolling without having to maybe make that appointment and get there. And sometimes people are just hesitant to do that. So you can ask, hey, I've been feeling like a flutter. Is this something I should address? You can speak with a cardiologist tonight, and they'll answer and maybe help you with the next steps. Yeah, you really should come in. We should see you. Or no, what you're describing is no big deal. And it's great because, the pandemic really caused a lot of stress for people, and they started feeling all sorts of different symptoms manifesting from that stress. And so this was really instrumental during that time when people just weren't going to the doctor. They were hesitant.
Perfect.
Right. So again, the phone lines open at 4 o'clock. The number 518-292-6053. You can start calling at 4 o'clock.
Perfect, Sabrina. And this is all free, correct? Anyone that calls in?
Absolutely. Yep. It's free. It starts to pick up as people get home from work. So if you're getting that busy signal, just be patient, because the doctors really do want to hear from you. And they always have a little friendly competition to see who can take the most calls. So they really do want you to call for a number of reasons.
It's like keeping a scoreboard, almost like, okay, I got more than you. Now
Right. But it's all in the name of heart health, right?
Exactly.
So it's for a good reason. So I'm excited to be there. We'll have live reports starting at 4 o'clock. Straight through 6:30.
All right, perfect. And the number 518-292-6053.
You got it. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, Sabrina, thank you. And we'll see you live at 4 o'clock.
Great. Thank you.
All right. And that does it for us here on 13 Now. It's about 2:30 here on February 8th on Wednesday. Thank you for joining us. And we hope to see you starting live at 4 o'clock for your latest news, and with Sabrina Dami, who will be at the Cardiology Center in Albany. All right. Have a great day, everyone.